Dumelang, and welcome to Mommy Diaries. This show is about parenting, motherhood, and this amazing journey ya ho hodisa bana ba rona. On today's show, obviously, I'm never alone. I'm with the amazing a colleague.
Yes.
Khutjo Green.
Hello, Ma.
Green is your surname.
Yes, it is.
How?
Gogo gave me that. I'm from the Mujaji clan.
Okay.
And so she came to me in a dream and said that for your career, you need to change, your surname. You need to have
Wow.
a particular, it's what we call stage names. You know what I mean?
Okay,
But-
stage names. Yes, yes.
So that's what it is, like a
Yeah.
professional name.
Yeah.
And so, actually before Green, it was Dala. Mara, she's like, no. It changed to Green.
Oh,
Khutjo Green.
nice. Khutjo Green.
Lovely
And
ring to it, right?
Yes.
Yes. Khutjo Green.
How are you, Khutjo?
I'm fine, Mama. How are you?
I'm good. I'm in a good space.
Yeah?
Yeah, but I'm tired.
Okay, yeah.
I'm exhausted.
I know that.
Yeah.
I know that. And you know what? Like a friend of mine also said, like, better the exhaustion from a place of abundance than a place of lack. And so I'm embracing that very, very much because I need to. Because if I didn't and I didn't see it in that way, we'd be speaking another story right now.
That's true.
Yeah.
That's
so I'd
true.
rather be exhausted from a place of abundance than a place of lack.
Oh, I'm going to put that on my
Yeah,
WhatsApp
because we
status.
know what the other side looks like, right?
Yeah,
And so,
yeah.
I'd rather be on the other side.
Yeah. So
Still exhausted, but
let me
from a
stop
place of
complaining. You're
abundance.
right.
Yeah.
Because I need a break. And then when the break happens,
Yeah,
dude.
exactly.
That's true. And how's life?
Woo! Life is hard. Life is difficult. This year, I didn't expect to, to lose the love of my life. Yeah. So it's been really, really intense. Most times I'm not coping very well.
Yeah.
But I show a brave face,
You always do.
I never want to look like my storms. You know what I mean? I'm carrying a lot and it's painful. It's hard. And like losing the love of your life or your, like a mom is not something easy. Like no one can prepare you for that. No one can prepare you for that. So I'm in a space where I'm also recognizing just how much like therapy I need, but like it's been hard to even like call and say, listen, I need to come in or I need to speak to somebody because life, right? Because you have to work, because there's so many people at home that are also depending on you. There's so many things you're carrying. So it's been very, very intense. Yeah. Most times I'm not coping, but like I will never show it. I'll never show it. And I've been the kind of person who's never been able to ask for help because also firstborn syndrome. It all wants my
Firstborn syndrome.
Yo, firstborn syndrome. Yo. And like for some time, a lot of my friends kept calling me deputy mother before my mom passed,
Yeah.
I'm like, stop that. No, I'm not deputy mother. I'm a child. I'm her child,
Yeah.
But then now it's like a reality to me, and no more am I even deputy mother. I am mother, but it's been it's been hard. And why I'm saying I'm not coping is I should have been able to like do therapy while I'm working, while I'm handling this, while I'm looking after that person, while I'm, you know what I mean? Like, it's the toughest thing. It's the toughest experience I have ever had to live through in my life. And like when we have people passing in our families, she was the first person who'd say, Sesi, kam ka ga rena re a sepela, re a mo ba ileng gona.
Yeah.
That should be comforting. But then when it happened,
yeah,
Kare seng wena.
Yeah.
Iseng wena.
Mm.
Iseng wena. So a lot of the times, oh my gosh. You know, I swore to myself that I wouldn't. Because I've just been made up, you know?
Yeah, I know. Le nna
Yo.
ke a kwenya mo like ke tse ke re okay. Ke a kwenya
You know,
mati.
I swore to myself that I
Yeah.
wouldn't. Shelly, I'm gonna ruin Asma Coma's freaking makeup.
It's fine. Like she's here, so she'll
Okay.
she'll redo the
Yo.
face.
But yeah,
I hear you.
yeah.
Yeah. And I think what you're saying, it's just a reality of, like you're saying, you just lost your mom. You have to go to work. I mean, when you were at work, we were shooting my wedding.
Yeah, we were.
We were shooting my wedding and you had just buried your mom. And I struggled. Because I was just asking myself, how are you doing it?
Yeah.
How are you even standing? And it was like tough scenes where it's like a wedding scene.
Yeah.
The wedding scene takes the whole day and you were there. And for me, I was asking myself, is this what they really mean when they say life has to go on?
Yeah. The show must go on. That's what they say. Well, in our world.
Yeah.
You know, the show must go on. But also what carried me through those moments was I know she would have wanted me to just but don't bother artist le ke lwala aria sepelo bereka ngilobona sepelo bereka ngwanaka like ke o tlo ngwetsa mo ke leng gona wa kushisha so wena sepela so, like she may not have understood this term, but like secure the bag. She would have said that if she knew what that term meant. You know, she would have said, "Go secure the bag, Nana.
Yeah.
Go secure the bag." So that's what like kept me standing.
Yeah.
She would have never allowed me to wallow in the grief, in but also wanting me to have time to say goodbye to her properly, or to release, whatever I needed to release from her, because I never had a bad relationship with my mom. She was my best friend. It was never one of those relationships. Like I lost an anchor, I lost the best thing in my life. Like, so I'm not doing well, but I'll be okay.
Yeah.
I'll be okay. I'll be okay. Like I said, I'm not coping, but you can't look like your storms.
Yeah.
In life. You just have to do your best. And now because I promised her, I promised her gore ke tla tlhokomela my siblings, ke tla tlhokomela setlogolo sa gago, so ska tshwenyega. I'm gonna be here. I'm gonna be here. Because you know what's funny? For a long time, I kept telling people gore re le ka selamma le a fase ke a tsena le nna.
You're following her. Yeah, you want to go with
because,
her.
Like, then what is life?
Yes. Where's the tissue?
What is life?
Tissue, yeah.
Yeah. Like, what's the point then?
Yeah.
Of continuing to live. When she's gone.
Yeah.
Oh, what?
Yeah.
Oh, what guys? So there was like, I had like a bodyguard.
Oh.
I literally did. I literally did. And every time I would stand, if like, when she just feel like, but just go ya mella le nna. Jwale o nagana gore ke tlo tsena, ke tlo wela ka gare, ra ke gore o ya kae. Ka re, aowa. Ka re ke emella fela, ke nyaka go opela. A re dula fast.
Yes. Yeah.
But I was a mess, Mama. I was a mess, Ma. I don't want to lie to you. I was a mess. The day they brought the body ko gae. Shem. Karare felo until I'm ready to say we are going.
Yeah.
Langwa.
Yeah.
I want to motho tlo ntshang mma.
Yeah.
Wherever. And until I say ke sharp.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, no. I know. Hey,
Yeah.
no, go boima.
Go boima.
Ene ra tseba gore lehu le tlo re ela ka moka ga
Okay.
rena. Ka moka ga rena.
Yeah.
Ga gona motho a shalang.
Yeah.
Mara a le tlwaelege.
Ga le tlwaelege.
A le tlwaelege le ga teng.
Yeah.
A le tlwaelege le ga teng.
Oh, Khutjo.
Yeah.
And I never start a show like this. It's always towards the end. It's always towards the end.
Maybe it's a good thing that we get everything out of the way.
Yes,
You know
so
what
that
I mean?
we end a happy ending. Because it's always like, how's life? How's the career? What's wrong? Oh, it was so nice.
But you asked me, you know, and that's the thing. Like, you asked me, how am I?
Yeah.
And so, like, in
Being
all
honest.
honesty,
Yeah.
not okay.
Yeah.
You know? But yeah. And thank you for that.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you for wanting to know just how truly I am.
Yeah.
Do you know? Because it's been the weirdest, also, like the weirdest experience with people that knew my mom, and they knew about the funeral, and some who couldn't come through, right? And those that did. But then it's like, after everything, like, it's all choops. We don't want to touch that subject.
Yeah.
It's like, it's the weirdest thing for me. It's the weirdest thing not to be asked, like, how are you doing? Barona. And I have that circle who keep checking up. Mara, there's also a
some
camp,
silent
that like has just kept silent, you know. And then there's also another camp that, like, when they see me, then they're like, you know, I haven't known what to say.
Yeah,
I'm so sorry that you know, I haven't reached out. There's that camp, but I've been concerned about this other camp where they're completely silent. I'm like, so about what just happened. Like, you know, but we all process death very differently, and I think a friend of mine also said that, you know, because it hasn't happened to me, I don't know what losing a mother is like. I have found it very hard to reach out to you, and I'm like, Jomi, I understand, Joms. It's okay.
I saw a tweet of this guy who said that he wishes he went through it earlier so that he can get it over and done with. Because now, as you're talking, and I'm like, obviously, the possibilities of me dying before my mom are also there.
Sure.
Right? But, you know, the possibilities of her dying first are also there.
Yeah.
So now I'm like, as you are talking, I'm just imagining that Linda, my day is coming.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know if I'm making sense.
You are. You're making intense sense.
Yeah.
And it's yeah. And no one can prepare you for that. And no one can prepare mama for that if it happens the other way around, you know? No one.
And in your childhood, how was your childhood?
Ooh.
Have you always wanted to be an actress?
No, I wanted to be a pilot.
Really? Yeah. I thought I'd be married to a pilot.
Live in the sky.
I really thought, like, I was like, you know,
no, I wanted to own my own plane. Ke phone Jacobus, fuel the jets, baby.
We're about to take off.
We're about to have breakfast in Cuba.
And then what happened?
So this dream happens in standard 9.
Yeah.
Go girls high. So we had career day, right? And so, like, obviously the setups and whatnot. And then get a helicopter on the grounds. Yes. So I went in there and I actually flew the helicopter, right? Obviously you have like the other pilot and then wow guider. After that experience, I was like, this is what I want to do. This is what so go girls, hey, we hardly had like extra curriculum kind of activities that were honed in around the arts. Like it wasn't that.
Yeah.
We were very sporty. We were very scientific. We were very like intellectuals. They were really grooming intellectuals, right?
I can hear you.
Huh?
I can hear you.
You need to stop. You need to stop, girl. Stop. Go super to the high. Super to the high. You need to stop.
Yes,
Stop.
yes.
Anyways, after flying, I was like, this is it. So then I went to aviation school, go Pretoria. Guys, what are the requirements? What is the criteria? And in Koskolong, I had done advanced maths, right? So, so the formula, there's like literally one formula for aviation that a lot of people don't get and don't understand, right? But now I failed because it was expensive at the time, and my parents did not have money. And then I'm partially deaf, right? And I'm also, at the time, I was too short.
At that time, isn't like you grew taller?
No. Well, wow. My goodness. I mean, it's possible also that I grew taller
at the time.
But I'm saying the requirement.
At the time.
Yes, at the time, the requirement for aviation.
But the chances are you were in...
For aviation, I was short.
Yeah.
My height did not, meet the requirements of the height of a pilot. So those are the basis of why I failed. So then I was like, what is the next best thing outside of the office? Because I've always known that I'm not wired for the office. There's no freaking way I am going to work corporate or in an office, right? Seeing the same people, because I can't do routine.
Yeah.
I'm not wired like that. So then, and it's funny because like during my high school days, I was a sketcher, right? I did like a lot of fashion design and interior design. I love creating space, and I took home economics on top of like my 9 other subjects that I took Koskolong. My 10th subject was home economics. So I love to cook, So then I had this portfolio, and then I went to the Fashion School of Design, Southern Africa, and the following day they called me. They're like, "No, Utseni," But at the same time, like concurrently to that, I had applied to UCT, to Pretoria, to TUT, as well as WITS for drama.
Okay,
because I thought, you know what, this is a field I don't know, and I love challenging myself. I love challenging myself. So I was like, apply. I don't want, what might happen. And so I went with my dad to the design school, and now we're sitting because like the prospects were incredible. He was sold. He was like, "Yes, my baby, this is exactly what you're going to do. You're going to go into fashion design and interior design, Then Mama Watlola Sesi, you can always be a fashion designer." She was soft spoken. And I don't know why I always impersonate her like that. She was a soft-spoken person, I said, "You can always be a designer at 50, mara. I would say so like acting. Acting."
Yeah.
So I was like, "Okay, ma, that's exactly what I will do." Yeah. So then, Wits took me, and the rest is history. Like, oh my goodness, I've never looked back. And then I learned, I think it was in my second year, that I was called. Because this is not something I wanted to do. You know what I mean? I understood then in my second year that I was called to be a performer. Because it was hard. It was hard, O should the exam papers, 56. Like in English, like, yes, I thought I had that English, mar. English university is very different. English university is very, very different, And I didn't do drama. I did what is called physical theater, right? So I learned more about the body. And so I'm learning about not Stanislavski or Grotowski. I didn't know those people until I had to teach. Right? Then I had to go back. I had to take myself back to school and learn about those people. So I had to learn about Miss Cunningham, Jacques Lecoq, the mime artists, you know, a lot of them. Pina Bausch, yeah, but I'm so grateful to my physical theater lecturer, who at the end of first year she asks me, so what are you going to major in from next year? And I'm like, I don't know. I probably think I'll do the drama thing, the drama route. And she's like, no, come to physical theater. I'll teach you everything there is to know about performing, right? And what she meant was, we often forget that this entire thing performs, right? So when we think about television and film, we think that it's just here. Performance is just here. And so she was like, you need to understand that your entire body is reacting to something when you perform, you know?
And it does.
So I was like, yes. So when I started teaching, I will forever be so grateful that I majored in physical theater rather than drama. That I didn't know the Stanislavskis and the Grotowskis and the Peter Brooks, you know, but that I had to teach myself again in order for my students to understand like where we're coming from. But what I would always incorporate is my learning of what happens with this entire vessel, you know? Yeah. So to circle back to your question about like what my childhood was like. So I'm a nomad. I never grew up Gorai, like with my family, you know. I was shipped around quite a lot, you know, and only because my parents wanted the best for me. And I'm very grateful for that. Like I don't see any other thing but wanting the best for your child. You know what I mean? So, and I lived a lot in books. I was recently told that I might just die a single professor, you know.
Single?
Yeah. Because a friend of mine, a male friend of mine, came to my house and he saw all the books that I have. And because I have like a library. Like there's no single room that doesn't have a book. You know?
Oh my God. I'd be so bored. I'm sorry, friend.
And I cannot go to a television.
Oh my God, you look like the type. You boy, you kisala kubona wena on TV. Even her Instagram, guys, she would post once a year. Oh my God. And then she's reading books.
Oh my word.
She's only posting about work. But I admire that about... I don't know how to explain it.
Yeah.
I may joke and say it's boring, but I think that's life.
Yeah,
I don't know if I'm making sense where... Because you're busy with your books.
I don't know. I live under a rock. I live in a cave. Like, like, you know, there are celebrity stories. You know, the one that you were talking about. We're not going to mention names.
Yes,
the one that you were talking about in the makeup room.
Yes.
Yes.
I
get to say law.
I want to be like
so
that.
I'm in the dark about things like that.
I want to be like
I'm
that.
I'm so in the dark. Oh my gosh. I'm like such a hermit.
So your friend now, we're not
like a
single,
turtle.
single
but I'm going to die a single professor.
Is that what you want?
No, of course not.
Okay,
and
cool.
I don't think it's going to happen.
I don't think it's going to happen too. Imagine. Oh my God.
I'm too fun. I'm too fun for that.
But single dying, I think we're all going to die. But single, I need time.
I saw it.
No, never.
I saw it.
But you said that you wouldn't, unless if it's a secret.
No.
You said that you wouldn't, like, if you would get married, you would want to stay in separate houses?
Yes. So one, I don't think that I will enter the institution of marriage again. I don't think that's something I will do. I will enter into a partnership, right? A committed partnership with someone. But I will also require that we, like, ideally, if I had the money, I would design a house that is on the same ground, that is on the same plot. And you have your own space, I have my own space. And what connects the two spaces is the kitchen, right? Because I do believe that like that is what brings us together. And then our meals after catching up. How was your day? Okay. Okay, whose bed is it tonight?
Gotcha.
That's ideally what I want for my life. moving forward. Mara, the acting space, Leona, is
hey, it's not gonna allow us to have those 2 houses
unless I have multiple streams of income at some point in my life.
Or multiple partners.
You know, oh wow. They what's about?
I'm joking.
No, but it's a thing, right? Because that's possibly a solution, right? But I'm too married to my space.
Yeah.
I'm
Got
too
you.
married to my
Yeah.
space.
Yeah.
That but I feel neglected. And I think that's also one of the reasons why, like why I fear human permanency and why I started out in my marriage, ex-marriage. I'm a divorcee now. Yo,
welcome.
But the return soldiers.
We've been returning, but we're not soldiery. Amandla!
Awabo.
Definitely not ours.
Awabo.
Oh my God. It's not a joke, wait. Has a joke. The best thing is just to laugh at our problems.
Of course. Don't ever look like your storms.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Yes.
Like, don't let them know. Because ba sa nyakang gore o tswelle pele ka bophelo ba gago. Ba go nyaka gona mo o leng gona.
But when you were married, you didn't. So when you got married, you didn't know that this is what you want. Like you love your own space. At that time, were you young when you got married?
I was.
How old were you?
I was 25. I was 25, and quite the virgin as well. So even that area of life was very hectic for me.
Yeah.
And like I'm very cautious about sharing this part, because I hate being a statistic. I hate it. I hate it. Like every time I have to say, like, yeah, I was molested, and that affects a lot. Like I think we downplay just how much that. So when that happened, and as I grew, I said I wanted to be a nun. Nah, I'm going to be a nun. I get go bale munana, like, but ex-husband was a sweet guy. He understood, but I mean, and through that, I then discovered what I've got endometriosis, and oh my goodness, it was such a journey. Like that intimacy journey, it was not an easy one, But yeah, so when I got married, I did know that I am a very space person because I lived, like I literally raised myself. I lived by myself, so I was very married to my space. The first 2 years were difficult because I couldn't understand, why are you here 24/7? Like, why am I waking up to you and why am I sleeping to you? Like, this cannot be my life, But we managed to navigate around that. And I think at some point, later on, he was like, would you like me to go away for this weekend? Would you like me to,
Give your own space.
And at some point, I was just like, no, I have to get used to this now, And this was very early on in the marriage. I was like, no, stay so that I can get used to it, so that I know how to mitigate, this course of action or this relationship, there was nothing wrong with him.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
he was fun. He was fun. But yeah, the problem was me. Of course, the problem was me. But yeah. Now, now, after 13 years also, with all that's happened, now I don't think I want to get married again. Or at least I don't think I want to share the same space with you. You cannot, like, we cannot have one bed and sleep in one bed. You know what I mean? And I come back to that situation now where we have such a massive, massive house and that there are separate, like, rooms that we can sleep in. No, I want you to be able to, entertain your people in your space and design your space the way you want your space, you know, to have the collections of art, those that you want. Do you know what I mean? And for me to have the same, you know?
I think it makes sense because it also makes me realize a lot of things changes when people stay together.
Yeah.
And I'm not talking about the institution, the marriage.
No.
But it's nice to date, like to see each other once you start staying with someone. Also, actually.
Oh my gosh.
Actually, why ahlafuna so?
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Yeah. Why does she walk like that? So it's like, I think it's nice, just like friendships. Have to live together, but it's nice to see each other, to have dates, to go out on dates. Then I think we'll be fine.
And that's why at the moment that we forget that we're still friends, or we have not built on friendship, it's not going to last. It's not going to last.
Yeah.
Because we don't treat our friends the way we treat our lovers. And that's been a fascinating thing to me.
How do you mean?
Like, when I'm your lover, I go kwateli the same way ke tlo kwatelang my friend. I'm quick to forgive my friend, but not when. Not when. Like the things that we are so quick to sideline with our friends, their behaviors, their things, and you know, it's the most fascinating thing how we can how we relate to our friends and how we relate to our lovers. Like there's no grace
when it comes to
our lovers. There's no grace.
Why did I think it's the other way around?
No, there's no grace. Lovers, there's no grace. Mara mokgotsi ya ka o dira A, B, C, D. And then Ratu, o entse 1, 2, 3, 4. Mara, o tlo tshwarela mo Ratu. Ratu, o ka se mo forgive, o ka se. It takes you longer. Let me at least say that. It takes you longer to forgive Ratu.
I think maybe it differs person to person, don't you think?
No, I'm sure it does.
Because some people.
I'm sure it does.
Chomi,
in general. Sure.
Igosipa ka makoma ko wena.
Yeah.
Makoma gosipa ka nna ko wena. I don't forgive Makoma. Jabulani cheats on me, I forgive him.
Sure. And then you whipped.
There's a difference. I love that.
You whipped.
God girl.
Then you whipped.
Shumile. Hamba juba ba yo. What pambi. Yo, kutiku.
I know you whipped.
Yeah, but I hear you.
Yeah. No, it's funny.
Life is so interesting.
It is incredibly so.
Yeah,
incredibly so.
And how did you deal with the when you said you found out about the endometriosis? Because those topics for me are very important, especially with this platform. Yeah, Mami Diaries speak about our reproductive system as women. That I always sit here and speak to women who have, and then later on a child came and I became a mother. And I know with the conversation we had, for you, it's not the same story.
Yeah.
That you tried.
Yeah.
You had fallen pregnant, but you still don't have a child. How was that?
It was very difficult because when we started out in the marriage, like I literally had 8 children in mind. Do you know what I mean? And all 8 of my kids had names. And in all of their names, there was a Y. So the first was Sky, Legodimo. And he was meant to oversee all his other siblings. It was so special how, like, every Mother's Day, you know, my mom and my dad at the time would also be like, hey, Maro Sky, happy Mother's Day, you know? Sky was, Legodimulaga was my first child who didn't want to come to this world. And subsequent to that, with the others, I just felt like, okay, I don't think any of my kids want to stay here or want to be here or want to exist here. Then I started questioning, my womb. And I'm just like, there was a point where I wanted to just take my womb out. I'm like, okay, it's not going to happen. So what's the point of having it? So it wasn't an easy transition from wanting so many kids, because I think I could make a great mother, like,
Okay.
hey, bona,
Yes.
the
Yeah.
coolest, the strictest,
Yeah. In one person. Yeah.
And often people tell me that, like, you'd make such an incredible mom. And I mean, I'm like, I know. I wanted all 8 of them, And then it kind of like went down to 6, and went down to 4, because also economia cupcake is tough,
Yeah.
So I'm like, hey, and then it went down to 1, but I'm glad. What comforted me so much about what I went through with the ones that never wanted to stay, was the acknowledgement of at least Sky, and then I started giving my students, I have 2 students who I named after my second born and my third born, So Gabafama Bijo Kare, when you're a Kenya, you're a Mora, and it's such a privilege to still be able to call them that, even if they belong to some other woman, but that they also recognize, or have accepted that I too am their mother, comforts me so much, comforts me so much. So I don't know. And since I haven't taken out my womb, like, I don't know what God's plans are, Mara, Lorona, these past years, I've been thinking about perhaps trying again after my divorce, but I've also been very adamant about trying to find a friend that could just like bless me with their seed, because I don't know if I want to cohabitate. Like, you don't have to be present in my life, right? But you can be present in the child's life, but you don't have to be present in my life. Like, I don't have to be in a relationship with you. You know what I mean? But I know how important it is for the child to know who their father is. Yeah.
So you basically want to co-parent with?
Yes. I get no space.
Yeah, I'm thinking about your space, but I'm also thinking, oh, okay, cool. We can actually go to like a spam bank, but also,
but
as they
no,
grow,
I
they're
don't
gonna
want
their fathers.
I don't want that.
Don't you think a spam bank is better than co-parenting?
Nope. Ke nyaka mokgotsi wa ka, like mokgotsi wa ka, motho ke mo tsebang, a mphe ngwana.
Who do you know?
Do you know, I asked a friend of mine, and he was just like, hey, I'm ready. Like,
And how are you going to make the baby?
The proper way.
Hey! Wamuwanta. So tlamehile o pela ngwana ha etsagale ga iwane like tlamehile le try.
Listen, then we would have gone for the other option. You know what I mean? But also, like if I were to be asking him whilst he's in a relationship, that's
tricky. That's selfish.
I mean, I wouldn't do that.
So he's not in a relationship.
He wasn't at the time that I asked him.
Yeah.
He wasn't at the time. So I wouldn't also do that. Like, I go fitlela man.
Hey, I have a gay friend. Maybe I must ask him. Lebu di top, lebu mulat.
Though. Because I'm a sapiosexual, so like
you are like my best friend. Like, how about
I'm attracted to intelligence. First and foremost, you have to stimulate me here before you can stimulate me anywhere else. No. Hag it again.
So it's fine as long as I stimulate him.
No.
I'm just asking. Sometimes you find yourself like,
you're valid. You're valid in your question. You're so valid.
My previous relationship, like,
you
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. No. I mean, you have to be appealing to the eye as well.
Yeah.
You do have to be appealing.
Yeah.
But more than anything, like the mind has to.
Yeah. Because there's nothing annoying than being in a relationship with somebody. And sometimes people think that is equivalent to language. And we're talking about language.
No.
You can be smart. That's
Hey,
you know what I mean?
Kushisha. Yo.
Hele batemba dom. Ah! Re.
Yeah. Ke gopela ka rata.
What
Eh.
I hear you. I hear you, and I think we'll be fine.
You reckon?
Yeah. What's your favorite song that you're listening to right? I feel like our interview's all over the place, and I don't care. What's your favorite song that you're listening to right now?
I don't think so, though. I don't think so.
Yeah?
I don't think so. I think it's very well guided.
It's well guided,
yeah.
Okay, cool. What's your favorite song?
Currently.
And we be it together.
No, currently. Oh, so. Oof.
Ave Maria. When I get so deep, everything of yours is deep. Orchestra.
Yo. And the Rata jazz is wrong.
Oh my God, Khutjo. Okay, it's fine. What's your favorite song?
Rata jazz. Like my favorite album, right, is by a South African group, The Brother Moves On. I want to give it a phone and give it a go. Like, it's very difficult to sing jazz, right?
So, see out like Ed. Go edit.
Okay, it's the album, yeah, Tolakam Toloki. Tolakam Toloki, that entire album. But like my most favorite song is Mo, Song for Mo. Yeah. It's absolutely incredible. And right now, actually in my car, what I blast is Viwe Mkwanazi's album called Black Child, and my favorite song is track number 7. It's all of them, but like track number 7 is the one.
Viwe Mkwanazi.
Viwe Mkwanazi.
Wow.
Yeah. He's a double bassist.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Nice. Get that man.
Yeah. It's absolutely incredible. Please do. Please listen to that album.
What I was listening to on my way here.
What were you listening to? What's your favorite song? When are you getting interviewed, actually? When are you being asked the questions? I actually want to be the person that does that.
No problem. We will swap very soon. Yeah, with different outfits, a new episode. Okay, cool. I would love that. I have a feeling you're going to make me cry.
I've been thinking about that. I've been like, but when are the tables turning?
Okay.
You know?
Yeah.
Because I think your viewers are also interested in your story.
Yeah.
Because as much as you interject and refer to yourself as well with whatever topic is being spoken about at the time, but I think like you being in this position, they're also interested in that.
Swap and interview.
Yeah.
You're the right person.
Yeah.
The song I listened to on my way here is Mama Naja, so you could buy it, I came with Nema. Hey. So she's like, what song did you used to listen to when you were young? Hey, Mama Naja. I go, oh my God, it's so loud. What are they saying?
Yeah. What are they saying?
But I just forgot the name of the artist. There's a song of mine that says, if the world was ending, would you come over now?
JP Sex.
Come over if it's
I just played that song last night.
That song makes me cry.
Do you know I sent that song to a few of,
the exes,
people.
And
the ones that I would love to arrive if the world was ending. And I was just asking a question that if the world was ending, would you come over, right? Would you stay the night? Would you? That song. Mara JP Sex, the entire album.
Oh, you should play it. Stop. Never mind. Please don't play it.
Yeah, no. But you can search for the lyrics. Like, we can talk about the lyrics. Yeah. But, that song,
is beautiful.
is incredibly intense. It's incredibly intense. Yeah.
You must listen to it, Sia. It will change your life for the better.
Or rumela your people. Yeah.
Personal people.
No. Get le the ex.
Nema o bula kgoro. Go iragala mo episode e ma. What did she do?
She opened the door.
But I hear you. I love that song. At least we have one song in common.
Yes,
that
we do. We do.
Yeah.
JP Sachs, the artist, even.
Like you said, that you don't know what God has planned for you in terms of having children. When you look at other people with their kids, do you wonder how Sky would have been? Do you wonder how life would have been if your kids wanted to stay?
The weirdest thing about Sky is that people have seen him. They've seen his spirit. I was in a process directing Democracy. Was it Democracy? I think it was Democracy. And we were going to NEF at the time. And so after we've come back from the National Arts Festival, one of the actors comes to me and she actually texts me and she says, listen, Ish, I've been very weary about saying what I want to say, but can we please go out for coffee so I can, share what I want to share. No, not a problem. E re fitla kwale. Wa mpotsa gore ge ntse re rehearsa kwale o bone Sky in the room and jara look, I was like, yeah, I'm aware when he comes. I'm aware when he's present, as the spirit. And not just her, but like quite a number of people would tell me, are you aware that there's like a child, roaming around you, And I'm like, yeah, it's Sky. It's fine. Let him be. Let him be. So whilst I don't know what, like, I've actually surrendered now.
Yeah.
Like ke sa tlo ba le ditoro or ke be le di-wishes and what ke tlo itlogela matsogong a gago ge bana wena ne kompha ngwana o tla mpha yena gore ke na le mang ke sa tsebe gore ke tlo ba le mang jwang when ke e matsogong a gago modimo wa ka. So that's where I'm at right now regarding that, so it really is in God's hands and he will decide. He will decide whether he wants to give me children or he doesn't, or he will give me at this specific time with this specific person, So, and I mean, currently I'm also very weary about relationships. I'm just like, I think it's also too soon to enter into one. Because I mean, I was divorced like just yesterday, just recently. No, but I'm just saying. But you get
when is yesterday?
2022.
Highway,
2022.
That was years ago. It wasn't not yesterday.
No.
Okay, 2025. My sister. Also, phone. Have you healed?
No,
you haven't.
I haven't. Because right after that, and having to move back home, right? Then Mama, has surgery. And like, I haven't actually processed. I haven't. And in the proper way. Do you know what I mean? I haven't gone to therapy for that. And now, having just lost Mama, I haven't gone to therapy for that.
Yeah.
So all my traumas are compounding.
Oh, yeah.
They're compounding. They are growing into a mountain. And I also recognize just how much I need to go to therapy or at least talk to somebody about this, because I recognize my crumbling stages because I'm a hibernator. Like when I'm going through stuff, like I said earlier, I don't call for help. I will disappear. I disappear. And I have no shame in that. You know what I mean? Like I don't feel guilty about it because I'm saying to myself, oh, this is how we're going to heal. This is how we're going to be okay. This is how we're going to deal with the issue, with the problem. So I'd rather disappear. I'd rather cocoon myself, you know. I'm bad with the phone. Oh my gosh.
saw.
A lot of people don't like me. I won't say they hate me, but like they really don't appreciate how I communicate, you know? And so I've also had to say to myself that, okay, shut up. I'm a bad communicator. And then what? Rosalia.
Rosalia.
And then what, Rosalia?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like I will respond when I feel fit to. I will respond when I feel fit to. Honestly speaking, like, I want to be always jewelry massive bitch. Ka gobane ga ke owe anyone anything. Le tla ba strong. Le tla ba strong.
Re tla amogela.
Le tla tshwanela.
Yeah.
And ask some sort, maar le tla tshwanela.
But I like what you said, Hore. As much as we were laughing and joking about it, how important it is to work on yourself before you can enter. Because imagine entering a relationship with those. Yeah. You're going to be so triggered. Wounds, yeah.
Ke robetse. And so it wouldn't be fair. It wouldn't be fair on that person. Or ideally, what's about just vumbuka. Escaleni, like jiggy 1 2 3 who is like this. I fair into you. And I can know what a lot of like psychologists speak about. That we all come with our baggages, right? And that healing happens, when you are with someone. But also healing can happen when you are by yourself. It really can. Yeah. It really is possible, Yeah. And so I think I prefer that route more than I do the other one. Yeah. And that does not say that once I'm healed, my other things, because I get rinchana dilo in a relationship. Rinchana dilo. So I ra those things won't come up and won't happen. So mara, there are certain traumas of my own that I know I need to deal by myself. Yeah. Why am I such a crybaby? I'm so soft. Like, I know I don't look it, ne?
No, you look tough.
Yeah. But I'm such a crybaby. Oh my gosh. I'm such a crybaby.
I'm always crying.
Like, not the smallest thing can trigger me and I'm gone. Yeah. Like, I can see like a homeless person in the street. I'm like,
why are they homeless? Hey.
I'm gone. I'm gone. I'm so, oh my gosh, I'm weak. But it's fine.
I don't think you're weak. I think you're you.
Yeah.
I'm the same. Like, I don't know. When last did I cry, Nema?
when your mother. Bana ke ba ratela net ya bona tle. A ba ifihle.
Ka utlwa di voice note ntate. Voice note after voice note. Ka bona ke segik.
Yo, bana are the best, guys. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. And that's what I love about like also being taught by people regarding like our field. When they say think like a child.
Think like a child.
Think like a child. Because your performance will be that much more authentic. It's
true. Yeah.
Because bana reservation.
Yes. Le filter
nothing.
And speaking about your career.
Yes.
I know it's going to go far, but I want to know right now, how do you feel about it? What are your plans? What should we look out for? Besides every amazing thing that you've done.
Next year,
I love it. By the chorus.
So I plan to stage a lot of my pieces that I've been writing. So I've been writing quite vigorously. And so I think it's time also to have like a mini festival, so to identify a certain space, but like have on the clock, on the round, show after show that I've written and directed. I am a published playwright. And so I also think I want to claim that piece back because I had said that I'm going to give it 10 years, before I directed. So I want to see what other people are going to do with it. But also recognizing that life is short. So there's a lot of my so I was also a anti-trafficking in persons coordinator since 2008, right? And so a lot of my work centers around trafficking. So I want to publish a lot of the pieces that I've written regarding that, and there's another piece where it's called, I don't mind, it's coming out next year anyways. It's called Dula. And my inciting sort of impulse was, I've never understood. And so my question is, why is it that re mosadi a tlhokafalelwa ke monna o dula matraseng mara monna ga dule matraseng? So and the mattress has so many connotations and so many it symbolizes a lot. It stands for so much. So I'm interested in that. That's the inciting impulse, to say, what is it? What does this thing mean? So that's where I springboard from this question. So we meet these women who have who are widows, right? Their husbands just are deceased, and so but they have to doula on the mattress. Why doula? While everything else is happening that concerns me and my affairs with my husband or ex-husband, my deceased husband. But I have to sit. What am I sitting for? What am I sitting for? So I'm very curious to also hear the stories. Yes, because I don't want to come across as somebody that is trying to disrespect the culture.
Culture. Is it culture?
I don't know. And so those are my questions. Do you know what I mean? Those are my exact questions. Like, where does it come from?
Yeah, because sometimes when we ask old people certain things, there's an answer. Okay, why is it re tlhapa matsogo ka alo after funeral? Me o mong a re re tlhapa matsogo ka alo after funeral because back then there were no taps. It's not because of something bad. No, so now, before we eat, we wash our hands.
Yes.
Ka alo. I will like the gems. I always thought it has something to do with mabitleng.
Yeah.
Therefore, you know what I mean? So it would be nice to So it would be very interesting to find out about why the badula and the badula. Doesn't matter how your husband treated you. You will sit.
You will sit. Come and trust.
And wear black.
Yes.
And for
a year. Some 6 months, but like for a year. Why? And then banda barena para why when I was apara black? And the thing is, I don't want to come across as disrespectful.
Why?
Once again, I'm just asking a question.
Yeah.
I'm just asking a question.
I can't wait for that.
And hoping to get some answers, because that's what theater does also. You know what I mean? Like, it offers us the platform to have these conversations. And hopefully I will have bomme willing to say, the reasons why we do ABCD is because of 1, 2, 3, 4. Then get, okay.
Yeah.
So that Lina, why
udula?
Ke tshwanetse go dula.
Yeah.
Wa bona? Ke ska no zwabola fela ke a ke nyake mara ke a dira mara a ke happy. I must come from an informed place why I'm doing that.
But things have changed because back then the why was the disrespect.
Yeah.
But now parents are warming up to them saying, Mama wa gopola, you said skaka ema ko monyako. Why? Because the why before was like,
yeah.
That's why we don't know.
Yeah. That's why we're then called lost. Like, what do you mean? Of course we're going to be lost.
Got you.
Of course we are. Even during Mama's funeral right now, I was just like, Because things then are unearthed afterwards, right? Jwale ra botswa gore we were supposed to do ABCD. Ke re, go rakgadi ba ka, wa tseba it was going to be so simple. Ge nkebe le tlile the first day, la re dudiša fatshe, la re bana ba rena, this is how we're supposed to do things. It would have been so simple. So simple. Mara jwale le ema after everything has been done. And then you're going to shout at us or yell at us or think that, you know, re bana ba semanje manje, le rata gore jwalo, ke lo bona ba sa tsebeng melao or setso.
Yeah.
Re mara ala re botsa. Be re tshwanetse go tseba bjang. Le sa re botse, le sa bolelele rena. We can't thumb suck this knowledge. And it's so sad that a lot of the custodians are going for a lot of the things that are supposed to happen or how they're supposed to happen.
Yeah.
And then we're left to our own demise, like, and our own devices and our own ways. Ke tlo iponela. What else must I do?
I clearly next year I kwa ka wena. I can't wait. I can't wait. Like already I'm so interested in what you're saying. I can't wait to come watch. I can't wait to kopa uncastele nahle.
Ke tlo casta.
Yes, uncaste mo. Ke tla dula mo matraseng. Just like as in, you know, if it's a piece.
Yes. It's a theater piece.
Yeah.
Overrated.
Get it.
I don't believe.
Ke kopa o ntshe mo ke leng teng.
I don't believe.
Re tla shine kaofela.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's our time.
I don't believe.
Okay, let's play a game before we finish.
Okay.
How many hours episode is? Yo! Really?
It's usually
around
30 minutes.
30 minutes. Okay, cool. It's like the song, ne? Okay. What makes you happy?
My space.
Your
My space
makes you happy.
Yes.
Okay, cool.
Being at my
yeah.
like in my
your
place,
own house, yeah.
in my own house, like my space.
Yeah. And what makes you sad?
Currently, that I'll never ever be able to hug my mother again. Yeah, that breaks me. Actually, it breaks me.
Yeah,
I'll never be able to hold her.
Yeah. How do I ask the other question?
Ask, I'm good.
The song, okay, you spoke about the song. Love. What does love mean to you?
Love means grace. Love means grace that can put itself in a position to understand, not to react. You know, to first understand. Before it like places itself. You know what I mean? Like, don't be selfish about this. Love is not selfish.
Yeah.
Love is not selfish. It's selfless. Like, oof. Yeah. No, there's a lot.
Yeah.
There's a lot I could say about that.
About love. Yeah.
There's a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's say
but love is about grace.
Grace. Yeah.
Giving grace.
Let's say currently you are in trouble. Arrested right now.
Yeah.
Who are you going to call? Call your
My
friend.
brother.
Your brother.
My brother Lisiba.
Serious?
Yeah.
O tlo bail.
A bona. Ke nkangara wa ka ole. Stapora sa ka sele. My ride and die. It's my ride and die.
Yeah.
Yeah.
O tlo tla.
Lisiba is coming.
Yeah.
Fast and furious.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So many women
in me.
In you.
Yes.
A woman who went through a divorce.
That's
it's
very
still
true.
fresh. It's still new. A woman who maybe recently went through a miscarriage. They've tried everything. Nothing is working. A woman who life is tough right now. What would you say to them?
Take care of yourself first. Take care of yourself first. Not to say that put everything else and everyone else on the back burner, but be selfish about you.
Yeah.
Be selfish about you. And my brother keeps reminding me about that. Are, Sissy, ke tlhoka gore gone bjale in this era of yours, you need to be selfish about you. Le rena o ska re naganela as much anymore. think of you first and then you know. I've often described myself as a doormat for the longest time because I'm always there. I'm always there for everyone. And then I neglect myself. So I am in my era of seeing me first. Seeing me first. So see you first.
See you first.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Mama.
I feel like we need another part 2.
We do.
Yeah.
We do. There's so much.
There's so much. Yeah.
That could be said.
Yeah. Maybe when you come interview me.
Yeah. Maybe that is a part 2.
That's a part 2.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you so much for coming.
Thank you, Mama.
You are. But your name. Thanks. Yeah. Thanks for watching. We're available on Apple and Spotify.
Oh my God.